Over to you, Monica. Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Farhan, and good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see you again. So, happy Friday. We will start today with a trip announcement, and we will have another note for you before we are done for today. The President of the United Nations General Assembly, Mr. Dennis Francis, will undertake official travel to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago from the 4th to the 7th of August. The PJ will hold separate bilateral meetings with His Excellency Nigel de Freitas, Acting President of Trinidad and Tobago, the country's Prime Minister, His Excellency Dr. the Honourable Keith Rowley, His Excellency Senator Dr. Amery Browne, Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, among other officials. President Francis will brief the government on ongoing efforts to prepare for the Summit of the Future, as well as encourage participation in the high-level meeting on sea level rise, which will be held, you know by now, on the 25th of September. Whilst in Port of Spain, he will meet the UN country team, as well as the network of rural women producers. The PJ will engage with the students of the Institute of International Relations of the University of the West Indies to discuss global sustainability efforts, and the University of Trinidad and Tobago, where he will speak about the World Steel Plan Day, which is marked on 11th August. The steel plan is a musical instrument originating in Trinidad and Tobago, which grew out of the country in the early 20th century, carnival percussion groups. And you can find more on the UN website as well. The PJ's delegation includes his chef de cabinet, a special advisor, a senior advisor, and a communications advisor. Travel costs for the visit are jointly covered by the PJ's Trust Fund and the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And the PJ is convening today a high-level forum to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the adoption of the Declaration and Program of Action on a Culture of Peace. This year, the event coincides with preparations for the Summit of the Future, which will bring together world leaders to forge a new international consensus on how we deliver a better present and safeguard the future. In his remarks, Mr. Francis highlighted that, sadly, we have all borne witness to the escalating conflicts unfolding in Ukraine, Gaza, Haiti, and Sudan, among others, elsewhere around the world. The GA president recalled that these challenges serve as a stark reminder that we should never take peace for granted. Mr. Francis urged all to recommit to work together to instill the values of diplomacy and dialogue, reconciliation, mediation, justice, inclusion, and equality in resolving any conflict or dispute. The high-level forum will finish at 5 p.m. today. The opening and plenary segments are being followed by an interactive panel discussion, which will be chaired and moderated by the Undersecretary General for Global Communications, Ms. Melissa Fleming. The interactive discussion will focus on the theme, cultivating and nurturing the culture of peace for present and future generations. Now, for your diaries, the week ahead. Next week, member states will continue to hold informal consultations on the Summit of the Future, which is scheduled for, or the consultations, I would say, are scheduled for the morning and afternoon slots from Tuesday to Thursday, which will be the 8th of August. On the week commencing on 12 August, the GA will hold a plenary meeting on sustainable development in the GA Hall from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On that same day, the membership will take action on the draft resolution Elimination of Racism, Racial Discrimination, Xenophobia, and Related Intolerance, and the International Day of Women and Girls of African Descent. So we'll be back here on the 14th of August with another press briefing for you. And this is everything we have for today. Do you have anything else here or on the screen? How are you, Dulcie? Good to see you. How are you today?
Thanks very much. Has the President of the General Assembly ever considered initiating a process to suspend Israel from the UN membership the way South Africa was suspended during its apartheid reign? Thanks.
No, thank you for your question. Any action by the General Assembly is taken by the membership, so the PGA has nothing to initiate or instill there. So if there is a decision or a suggestion, a proposal by the membership for any item, it will be taken to the GA. And then, in a meeting, the president will preside over the meeting. But no, to your question, no is the answer to your question. So we don't have anything. Anything else here or no on the screen? If you're on the screen, just speak up. I don't see anyone speaking up. I would say have a wonderful weekend, and I see you on the 14th. Thanks. Hey.